I'm just going to assume that I'm pressing the right buttons. I never really know at this point. No. Maybe that's it. Hotkeys are really confusing a lot of the time, to be honest with you. I should be good. Am I good? Yeah. We're good. Okay, cool. Cool. Hi. No one knows that I'm streaming, which is totally fine. But what I am trying to stream is Duality on solo, which I don't think has happened. I'm fairly certain it happened. Fairly certain it hasn't. Which one of these is Duality? Literally none of these. There it is. Duality, Solo Sealer, Master. I don't have any of the... I barely have any of those, but it's fine. Somehow I haven't finished this yet. That's kind of interesting, but okay. What kind of spurred this on was the idea that I was very angry a couple days ago, to be completely honest with you. So much so that I was like, let me just take out all of my rage on Duality for some odd reason with someone else. So I went ahead, loaded it up. We did the first encounter, and then a certain individual that I was playing with had to dip out and leave. So I was like, hey, look, it's, you know, what have you. Let's just pretend that it's maybe, I don't know, 1 a.m. in the morning. So I decided to continue playing. Went ahead, did the second encounter, went pretty smooth. Actually almost did a third encounter as well too. That would have been pretty crazy as well too. I almost finished it. But I got booped off the map about like 90% through the damage of the final encounter that I will not talk about until I get to that point. So it's doable in my mind, my head, my brain. I would have to imagine that I will knock this out. I'd like to imagine that I will knock it out in a very short amount of time, but we'll see about that. But first, I have to make sure my postmaster is okay, because I sure as heck believe that this is not in good shape at the moment. So I'm just going to go ahead and change that first. I'm also going to try and not hold on to my laptop as I'm doing this, because I have no room and no space to do anything right now. So just give me like a couple seconds here. This is me playing with my right hand as my laptop is at my left.
Hi there.
Postmaster's okay. It's fine. I probably don't need this. I don't... I'll keep it, just in case. Not enough space somehow. I am still doing this with only my right hand. This is not going great at all. This is fine. I should be okay. I should be able to do this, and this should be fine. This should be okay. If I know what I'm doing, going here. Here, you can already see that I already did progress here as well too. This literally just happened, what, I think Friday? When was this? This was Friday. It was Friday when I did this. Yes. And we're gonna go ahead and try and knock this out. I'm gonna turn this up. I'm also not doing this with headphones too. I'm also doing laundry, and I also should be eating at some point soon, because I have not really eaten at all. But I decided that I had enough time to try and figure out if I could do this. I'm pretty sure I have enough time. So I'm going to launch this. We're just going to see how this works. Ideally, I will do this in a good amount of time. I'd love to finish this within an hour and a half, ideally. We'll see if that works. Everything is precariously on my desk. I'm ready to make mistakes. Alright, let's go for it.
You arrive. Good. Yes. We have only a brief window of opportunity.
The darkness is thick
Let her
here,
talk.
coalesced inside this effigy of Emperor Callus. It is tethered to his very mind. I have snared that thread, caught it between my fingers and woven it into a tapestry. One that I can weave you into. Enter Callus's consciousness. Use this opportunity to steal his darkest secrets from him. Now go. Time is of the essence. I will be with you.
Okay. So, narratively, despite the fact that I definitely don't really know how to explain it to you in a very simplified sense, narratively, this is probably my favorite dungeon in the entire game. It's definitely up there. At least it's the one that I think about kind of first.
No less dangerous than physical reality.
So a second ago, of course, we were just kind of in the actual usual standard realm of reality, and now we're in the nightmare realm. So anytime we're in this heavily red kind of deal here.
The imprint of Callus's consciousness is fractured, straining, as if Callus's mind is at war with itself.
All my history is etched here, from humble beginnings to my rise as Emperor. It is an ancient tradition of our people.
Callus? No, not Callus, but an echo of him. This is a recollection of a time since past.
My perilous conquest is so grand, because I have lived a grand life. One day, my daughter, yours will be just as majestic.
You are experiencing echoes of Callus's personal torment. Glimpses into his past which may provide insight to the future. I must focus to maintain your connection to this mindscape. From here, you must navigate these memories on your own.
I don't think I'm going to choke. I should be okay. I don't think I'm going to do this flawlessly. It would be very cool if I did. But I should be able to do this solo. I definitely should be able to. I have a lot of confidence in this. Things are going well so far. Obviously, we're going to shoot these bells, switch over from the normal realm to the nightmare realm. There we go. Whoop. Whoop. There we go. He's somewhere down there, I think. Oh, he might be dead. It's fine. We're just gonna pretend that's not. There we go. We're good. A lot of the issues with this dungeon, in my kind of experience, is that I am prone to falling off the map very, very easily. And that's going to be the thing we're going to try and avoid here. If nothing else, that is our main goal. Perfect. Not scary at all. Not scary at all. I'm pretty sure. Is the other bell just straight around the other way? No, we gotta fall down, I think. Yes. I definitely jumped. It's fine. This is where the bell is. There we go. The weapon that I'm using right now is not going to be one. Hey, look, I'm not going to choke. No, no, not going to choke. The weapon that I'm currently using at the moment, this little DMR level thing. This is not going to stay this entire situation. That's not bad. Really just kind of trying to get bells at a distance. This is really the only time where I have to worry about that. But once I kind of get into the just before the first encounter, I should say. Now we're just kind of working the mechanics. Not scared. Not at all scared, guys. Not scared whatsoever.
Is the mighty goal to great a tower, to kneel down and take my head from my shoulders? I am as you made me, and I won't kill you by my choice. But it is not. Kaitos stained my blade. Remember that.
Alright, standard bearers are appearing on the left side of your screen. We're going to need to flip these bells, and standard bearers are going to be the things in our way to take those bells out.
Those are not so readily available. So I made you.
Try not to talk while Callus is talking, because this is, again, just really cool. Are you here? Alright, take out Scions. That Scion literally just evaporated, so I couldn't really tell you exactly where that person was. However, kill them, take their essence that they're holding and possessing, flip over to the other realm once again after killing these Bell Keepers that are also evaporating. Come right back over here. Bell is ready to be rung, as you saw on the left side a second ago. We're going to ring that bell now. And we're going to take it to Warbeast. It's going to be on the other side of this bell. Also, to take out the other Bell Keepers once again. They're also fronts. Let's go ahead and just do this now. Make it more difficult. Why not? This door is going to open. There's going to be a big baddie on the other side. There he is. Dead. Clear out the room. There's the Bell Keeper. It's usually best to go ahead and stay in this room. Make it a little bit easier for you to flip over to the Nightmare Realm. I can't say words, my goodness, as I'm talking and playing this game at the same time. You know me well. You know me well. You know I can't do it. Is there no one behind me now? Should be good. Take out all the visions of Galron. There should be a door opening now. There we go. You're also going to see a timer at the top here. Nightmare is collapsing. Got 33 seconds to flip that bell. I totally didn't mention that the first time I was doing this. But now you know. I think the Scion is hiding behind this wall. It is. Let me get that. I'm going over to Chalice. Perfect. The Nightmare collapsing mechanic here is great if you're anything but a Warlock or Getaway Artist. Because once you kill the Scion you're supposed to kill, that's great. You're going to extend your timer while you're in the Nightmare Realm. You're also going to be prone to killing the wrong Nightmare Scion. And that's also really bad because you're going to reduce your timer in the Nightmare Realm. And that's not good. That's not great at all. It's ended some runs for me. So far, so good. And the reason why Getaway Artist, of course, is an issue is because actually you can tell this little blue orb is pretty much shooting at will and killing everything around me, and I'm also not even shooting my gun as I'm talking about it. Just to show you, this thing can be a little crazy, a little out of its mind. But we've done our two kind of rounds of gathering standards and essences. And now we're going to go ahead and do damage on Galron when we get out of this room. But again, we're going to have to be mindful of this timer. You can see at the bottom it says Galron is vulnerable. This door is open. It's going to be this one. I'm going to take out these nightmares while I have the opportunity. So we can just make a dash for it when the time comes. Where is he? There he is. Alright, let's see if I can do this a good way. Throw the grenade, Tony. Throw the grenade. There we go. Come on. It's solid damage. It's fine. It's fine. Do I have? No, I don't. Okay. I'm just gonna flip over now. It's fine. Look, if I were Titan, I would be a miserable human being. Well, how about that? That's what I was gonna say. If I were Titan, I'd be done by now. Okay. Alright. There we go. Flip this bell. Move on. Do it all over again. Find some more Nightmare Scions. Might be over here. Yes. So there's 4 rooms that you can go ahead and do it. I didn't even realize that I killed the Scion already, by the way. That's kind of wild. But we're going to go ahead and take these Bell Keepers out. It's always really tricky because usually when you're trying to get out of the Nightmare Realm, the Bell Keepers that you have to kill are going to be the opposite side of the bell that you have to focus on. So you're kind of doing multiple rounds and you're burning time as you're kind of making those runs. It's very tricky. And you can, again, in runs at will. That was really cool. That was so cool. That was so cool. I'm going to assume this is going to take 3... This is going to take 4 phases. I don't want it to take 4. It's probably going to take 4 phases to kill this thing now. More than likely. Alright, moving on. Again, name of the game is speed and accuracy in this phase of the dungeon. All of them bum rust me, including the boss apparently, so that's great. I'm gonna have to get out of that. So ideally, we're gonna be able to find the Nightmare Scion as quick as possible, because it could be, it's gonna have to be probably this room, yes. Paying attention to the radar top left to kind of give me some sort of indication of where this thing is. There's only 2 of them you had to go for, but there's 4 different rooms you can acquire, so we're doing solid so far. Probably not doing the best in describing exactly what is happening, but hopefully the visual is giving you an indication of how this is supposed to work. Okay, get ready to take big boss out again. Back to see how there it is. Synergy is going by pretty quickly that I just don't even realize that I'm getting ready for damage again at this point. What else? This way. Yeah, like just like stuff like that. Even getting lost in the shuffle of where I'm supposed to go, making sure that I'm killing all the people that I have to kill. Stuff like that is so time consuming. It may seem like 35 seconds is a lot to do damage, but it high key is not. Oh, that was perfect timing to get. It's gonna send it back as well too. That's good. I never reloaded my rocket, so that's gonna take some time. They do have that. Is my bell ready? The bell was ready. Just in case. Okay, it should take 3 then. It should take 3. It should be good. You just love it when the needle just tracks the thing you're trying to kill. It's really great. 1 more orbiter on sun. Let's go ahead and spin it. Might be directly ahead to this first one. It is. You probably see why this is a thank you. I appreciate you for saying it's a very good second phase. You're totally right. That was a I was not imagining that to go as good as it did, but I'm glad that it did. To give you context of how the first Duality run went on this channel. So I've ran Duality a handful of times, not too many. But I decided to kind of take some people with me. It's a very unsuspecting coworkers that have not really played this game whatsoever, and just tried to carry them through Duality, believing that I was really cool at the game. Didn't go well. Didn't go well at all. It can get confusing to run this thing, and I managed to try and get them through it over the course of 2.5 hours, which is a very long time. Maybe not as long for beginners, just kind of like getting flung into the fire of a dungeon like this, but it was definitely one that drove all of us up a wall and probably forced both of those guys to never play this game again. Grab that. Move over to the other side once again. Again, plenty of time, 35 seconds here, but ideally, we'll make something work here. I don't have prismatic at the moment. That's probably because I'm not using my Ergo's this little flamey sword here, so we're gonna try this a little bit. See if I can make something shake with the flames here. Yeah, it should be good. I have to imagine that by the time I'm done kind of taking out the nightmares in this end, that I should have prismatic back. Let's see. Get going. I'm burning a lot of time uphill, but all the nightmares are dead. Still got a little bit of room. Let's see if I can get it here. Nope. Nightmares are down. There we go. Yeet. Still got time. Still got time. Try and get 2 rockets in. Wow, it is going to take 4. Okay. Oh gosh. We're good. Okay, that was close. That's fine. It's fine. I didn't die. I very well could have. That happens quite a few times, no matter how stressful it is. I should have just listened to my gut. I was right the first time. 4 phases. It's going to be an easy 4th phase as long as I can just manage to stay alive. We're going to go this way. It looks like we're over here. Right. These guys up here. Perfect. One of the things you might also notice as well too when I'm going back and forth through these kind of bell areas, you're going to see these scions kind of trying to snipe me from afar. And there's just far too many of them to try and just take them out at will very quickly. This way. But they do become quite the nuisance as this continues going on. Let's see if I can get some more. I don't really necessarily need prismatic for this final part. I don't think. I should be fine without it. That's super back. That's totally fine. Oh I'm going. Let's see here. I'm going this way. Yep. I'll be taking that. is one thing I can be pretty fortunate about as well too, is that the Arc Soul's not ever going to be in the way of shooting at the bell. That's always good. I'm just imagining if the Arc Soul was so chaotic that it just coined the bell as an enemy and switched me when I really never wanted it to switch me. I feel like that would totally happen at some point in this game, but thankfully not. Should be good. Yep. See, can I reload my rocket as I'm trying to kill these? Yeah, I can. Okay, well, that's great. Alright, vulnerable. We got 45 seconds to finish this thing. I'm not even going to worry about the Bellkeepers, to be completely honest with you. Should be good. Yeah, we're good. Totally fine. I just need a super. I've already done the secret chest in this area, so I'm just going to keep moving, trying to see if I can make the most of my time here. Yeah, one thing I'll also say as well too, usually I end up dying in this part of the dungeon. There's a lot of areas where you gotta jump, you're gonna get booped again, a lot of very narrow alleyways. Get the gist of the mechanics in this one after facing the standard bearers, so that's going to kind of keep being a staple element of the dungeon. I almost fell off that. Almost did. I'm glad he gave me some space. Usually he doesn't do that. Excuse me? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah. Alright, so we're gonna go this way. It's probably gonna amplify me. Thankfully it didn't. Alright. Let me try something here. I don't want these guys inside of me. Screw it. I got rockets. Where we're going, I don't need rockets right now. Nice little reprieve. Nice little respite in the middle of the first and second encounters, as long as I don't miss jumps. Not gonna worry about them. I don't have to. Okay, maybe I do. Alright, I gotta make this jump, which is a sketchy jump. I might not make it. Woo, that was close. Alright, same thing over here. Not gonna really go for the secret chests. I've already kind of done what I need to. So right now what I gotta do, I gotta flip between this realm and the nightmare realm. What's going to happen here is I'm going to want to flip these statues and point them all at this bell. So this one's already good. So I'm trying to remember if it's counterclockwise or clockwise. It took me a couple seconds to do this last time on Saturday, so bear with me here. But I think it's going to be probably 1, 2, and 2? Or is it 2, 3, 3? I think, alright. We're gonna go for it. Obviously on this side, it's gonna look right, but right here is where you spin it. I think I'm gonna have to do this 2 times, actually. 2 more times, I should say. I'm just going to assume that this is going to be this. This. I have no idea what I'm doing. No idea. Let's see. Hey! Knocked it out first time. First try. Open sesame. That takes us to the second encounter. More bells. Alright, so kind of similar to how it's been working. You'll just kind of, you're going to see these little pillars right over here. They're going to reveal a sign on the other ends. I just have to make sure I know where I'm going as I'm flipping from Nightmare and beyond. I'm going to take out all the bell keepers. So there's 2 sets of bell keepers here. Let's see, Chalice and War Beasts. So these are the ones that I want to get. So we're going to do a couple orbits. Hit those standards. But you'll see in a moment when I flip here, this axe. War Beasts, Chalice and War Beasts. There we go. So here's War Beasts, so we can flip over. Feel pretty confident about it. That's going to be the first boss that I have to worry about. I'm already worrying about it. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. That's so wrong. I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that at all, man. Fine. See, stuff like that just makes me so sad. Like, honestly. Unforeseen things that just literally never happened in the past with this dungeon. That's never happened to me or anyone that I've played with in this Gotron dungeon. And that's the way that I die. Fine. Chalice and the War Beasts once again. Sun. If that's the only death that I have in this, I'm going to be very upset, honestly. What a miserable moment that was. My goodness. I could have just done it this way too, honestly. There we go. Go up the stairs, kill everything in sight. Now there's a big one over here. Evaporate here. Boom. Gonna take that essence from that one. Take out bell keepers, flip bells, move over, bank it where I need to. And again, kind of piggybacking off of what I said earlier, you're gonna see these nightmares are gonna be the opposite side of what a bell is. So thankfully I found them. I actually could have died there. I think there's a few little tricky gaps in entrances, as you just saw earlier. One down. We're gonna get War Beast now. They're actually falling from the sky, by the way, if you haven't noticed, literally. Is it on this side? Nope. Which one is it? I don't think it's this one I'm going to. It might be, actually. It is. Only I shot the bell like this the first time. If only. Can you tell that I'm still upset about that? Can you tell? I'm very hungry. Eee, that nailed it. Perfect, 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 perfect. Excuse me, guys. $30. Still haven't found them where they are. Turrets. Trying to stay grounded in this portion. But we're going to do our first kind of little damage phase here in a moment once I bank this. Okay, there we go. Should be momentarily, yep. And perfect. That's good. One down. No sun. And axe. There's sun. Hold up both bells, make it a little bit easier. Sun axe on that axe. So let's get this one. Submachine guns don't have the range for this. There we go. Even though I'm nailing all these scions every single time I pass them, they're always a nuisance. Mm, 30 seconds. So here. Out of the way, sir. Good. Suffice to say, I have to imagine this or the one over there is going to be sun. Nice. Nailed it. Because if I was smart, once again, I would know I should be able to kind of get either bell from right here. Oh, it flipped. I heard it. There we go. That could have been pretty risky. It worked out. Yep. Where is it? There it is. I would imagine Yep. Getting a little bit better finding this thing. That's good. Not really kind of sure of the cadence of when they show up. I guess it is just kind of like it's opposite situation. So, but I don't really have like, I have some sort of direction as I'm working on the essences, but not necessarily. Ooh, right. All of them on there. You're gonna fall off too, buddy. Bye. This is my first kind of big old boop. I think the boss is still here, by the way. As it should. Oh well, it's a very wrong, but there it is. And there you go. All right, one more. We got Sun and War Beasts. I've already taken out one set of Bellkeepers. I'm going to take out this other set. For when I know exactly what to do when I try and do this solo flawless, because it's going to happen. Let's see, is it? Yes. Switched. There is like a little audible cue, fortunately, to kind of let me know, hey, this is when you can kind of go ahead and prepare to move on. And I'm definitely using that a lot in the second encounter, just to kind of, I guess, brace myself to flip over, but also to know when to protect myself from all the enemies that are trying to flank me in the normal realm. This is just get a like a vague little direction of the needle, just a little vague. Yeah, so there I kind of went the wrong direction, so now I'm gonna be a little short on time here, trying to get these guys out. We're gonna make it down. Here we go. Alright. Sun. Bell's there, so I think it's over here. Where was Sun? Yes. Much more forgiving Bell to work with. There we go. Last essence that I need for this entire encounter. Oop, I have Woven Mail, but I don't have any needles, so I'm just gonna let that Cyan do its thing. There we go. Over, found this thing. Give me the heck out of this encounter. Where even is it? Oh, there it is. Screw it. Why not? Go for it. It'll fall down eventually. There you go. I think one of my other big kind of concerns about this encounter is that there's so many enemies. They're just kind of like flying at will on me as well too. So it's just like, okay, which one of these is going to run right into my rocket, like point blank, and end up taking me out in the process too? Because it's definitely bound to happen at some point. But it didn't happen there, so that's good. Alright, and that leaves the transition into the final encounter. going to take a quick break once I get into the encounter. Or once I get, yeah, it's not to like the base of the encounter. If I can remember where I'm supposed to go for. Oh, yes, I know where to go. That's right. There it is. Which way is it? Up here. Might have to switch. Yep. Aim, Tony. There we go. No, please don't. Thank you. I did not want to fall off this thing and start this process over again. Did not want to do that. Okay, we're good.
She's more beautiful than any star I've ever beheld. Her name, Kaito, for the brightest star in our sky. May she outshine it always.
All right, a little ominous to show you exactly what we're going into momentarily, but I'm gonna take a break for a quick second. It's literally gonna be like a 2-minute break. It's not gonna be long at all. Give me 1 second. Okay, let's continue this. For some reason, my controller was off. That was weird. Okay, final encounter. 3 bells in the midst of the nightmare of Callus' Jungle. Another one right there in the middle. One on the side here I'm going to try and open up. You're going to see all these sniping scions every which way on every single one of these platforms. It's going to be there, and there. We're going to need 4 standards. 2 of them are right here. There we go. Chalice and Axe this time. So there's Chalice, and Axe is going to be, I think, this way? Yes. So I kind of alluded to it earlier, right, where if you get the wrong scions, it's going to reduce your timer. So keep that in mind just in case anything happens here. I'm going to have to make sure I know my place. This is going to be also the moment where I try and take 2 standards on each round here. Right, there we go. Yep, both of the right ones. Axe and Chalice. Let's see pass. But I do have to take out all the nightmares here, hopefully. I just saw that fly over a second ago. That Arc Soul try and get one of the scions. Thankfully my time's not gonna reduce there. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna put this on just for insurance here, just to make sure I can keep the Devourer on the left side going. Those 2, and then we're gonna have to do the other 2 here. Chalice again, and War Beast. So that's gonna be right here. Nope, no, I'm wrong. That's Sun. That's War Beast. There we go. War Beast, Chalice. Make sure I remember it again. War Beast, Chalice. Because again, once you move over, you're not gonna be able to see exactly where you're going. I just need to know that I'm going this way. That way. As you can see, the amount of chaos is happening kind of around me as well too. It's not making this any easier. Nightmare, Bell's ready. I'm trying to not even look at the other scions just to make sure I'm not even testing them with the Arc Soul. Well, there we go. Now, the tricky part about this encounter, as I start to get into the damage phase here, I'm gonna shoot this part of the bell. I'm gonna ring it. There you go. I'm gonna start in the center. I'm gonna see Kaido Nightmare disappear. We're gonna switch over. And Kaido's gonna appear here. I have to figure out. Okay, she's going left. Perfect. I was able to knock them out. That's there's a timing part of that that's just so tricky. Nice couple stun. I'm gonna try and make my way to the other side to see if I can figure out which way she's going here. Perfect. Stun. Should be. Yes. Broke here. I do have the other bells going, so that's good. I do have the Scion still on me as well too. That's gonna be the tricky part. No, it sniped me. Gosh darn it. Fine. Okay. All right, that's fine. That's okay because honestly, like. I did not want to die in that earlier, like right before the second encounter and be like, okay, wow, that's going to be the only time I die. Great, cool. That's awesome. Sick. That was legit the first time that I actually died to it. So I'll take it. That's fine. Sure, I won't do it in sub an hour. Fine. Sun and War Beasts on the first round of this element, but you kind of get the gist potentially here. Open up the bells. Get the standards on the other sides. Make sure you're not getting the wrong ones or killing the wrong scions. We'll get some suns. This one's sun. This will be S. Okay. one down. But you can see how quick they also die as well too. It's a very tricky situation. Just kind of being mindful of the time, because that you're not going to get much of a indication that the science have been killed by accident. Should they be killed by accident? Ideally they don't, but just kind of being mindful of, oh snap, my time just reduced. I should probably hurry up and flip if I need to. I just gotta be mindful of the science as well too. There's a lot happening in that final encounter for me when you're doing it solo, because you're trying to focus on where Kyle's going, you're trying to take out the Bellkeepers as fast as possible as well too, and you're also trying to make sure that you're not getting snipes. So it's tricky. It's very tricky. Sun. And axe. So it's going to be axe. And sun's going to be on this side. Okay. Make sure I'm in position. Make sure I got everything right. Double check. Sun. I don't have, oddly enough, I don't have my grenade back, which is kind of interesting. I've not been on much of a tear of trying to kill here. I've been trying to just focus a lot more. Trying not to overthink it, but always overthinking it. There's something else there. See, over there once again. Axe. There's one. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just like, as long as I know the direction I'm going, I'm just going to try and like spin around towards the direction that I need to go. Middle bell here, perfect. Oh, snap! What am I doing? What am I doing? Focus, man. Oh my gosh. Why are you rushing? Wow. I got it. How funny a mind-numbingly appropriate issue of being in your head for a dungeon such as this one. Chalice more beasts. Chalice. 4 beasts. Cross country. No. It's going to be that way. Okay. Chalice more beasts. Perfect. Ooh, not like where that nightmare is, but that worked out. Kind of trying to position again to make sure that these silence have been taken out. Alright, there we go. Next one's axe. More beasts, so axe. More beasts, this one is going to go cross country. Diagonal here. Does not take much for these things to kind of go out of sync here. should be damaged now. Finally, once again. Perfect. Wow. Needs to stun it though. I'm not going to be able to. Man, I had to take a second to regroup and recover. Yeah, that's the big withdraw from this encounter as well too. When all that's happening, if you don't get the timing on that bell, you're just going to go straight back and cut your damage short. Sun. Should be side by side, probably. Or beasts. Sun, yes. I feel like I like this one most. Like this kind of like direction. As long as it's kind of like direct like this one. Because you really have like no window of messing up with the scions, I don't think. As long as it's north to south or east to west, you know, it should be pretty safe to take those things out. See how the moving is working right now. Yeah, harm's way. We're gonna go challenge some war beasts. There's gonna be war beasts. I got another one set. Choose our spell keepers. Perfect. Easy day. I'm actually going to farm for prismatic here. Kind of hoping that I'll have an opportunity to do a little more damage out of this one. Come back and have all the bells ready as well too, so that should be good. Probably not able to squeeze any more solar damage out of that. That's fine. Let's go for it. Oh, I'm stupid. Actually, I'm okay. Well, missed a step. I was supposed to shoot the bells. Did not do that. So we're gonna have to take out these bell keepers once again. There we go. That's gonna cost me a bell though, which kind of sucks. But I mean, well, while I got the opportunity, maybe that just takes out all of the other guys. Yep, there's prismatic now, so that's good. I'll just have that going in. Come on. little tactical there. Just a little. And they're gonna freaking go the other way. Screw me. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so the good news for me is that all the Bellkeepers should be dead. Let's see which way she's going. That's going center. Getting Arsenal back here. I can kind of follow her on the way. So kind of keeping damage here. Also can kind of stun here too. That's also nice. Okay, much better phase. Much better. That's fantastic. Always that second phase that seems to go very well. Definitely want my special ammo back as much as I can, so we're gonna go ahead and farm for that too. Plenty of heavy. Not a lot of special though. I have all the bells. I think I do. 1, 2, 3. Yep. It's gonna be Chalice and Sun. So Chalice. Might be going cross country. We are. I'm actually gonna do it this way. Fantastic. Should have done a good amount of damage to the Bellkeepers. So it might be dead after that one, so yep. Where's the bell? There's the bell. Plenty of special ammo in that room, that was good. Yeah, one of the underrated things, I was just about to say as that happens too, one of the underrated things you can see in this particular room is that your health can dwindle very quickly. At a moment's notice, you can just get completely eliminated. Sun and War Beast, so we got Sun, that should be, yep, it's the west. Let's do, alright. A Bellkeeper literally spawned in front of me, so that was cool. But I also noticed that when I'm getting sniped as well too, as I'm jumping, you do kind of like get jolted back. So sometimes jumping from side to side also can be a little tricky because if you're in the middle of the air and you're getting sniped, you might run the risk of getting like stunted right in your jump and falling off the map too. That also could suck quite a bit. Hopefully I didn't just Schrodinger myself out of this final encounter here as I'm saying that. But we'll see. So for like damage, do have prismatic, that's also awesome. There we go. Should be good. Fortunately getting Arc Soul back right now as well. Fantastic. Where's she going? It's going right. Made an executive decision there. Hopefully I took out the shopkeepers a little bit. Good, we're looking good. And get this one to go. Should have it. There we go. Good stuff. There we go. Should not have been as brutal as it was, but
Breathe.
fine.
You have returned to reality. I shared your experiences and am uncertain what to make of it all. But I believe there is yet more to find within. Should you be willing to delve into his nightmares again?
It's also bugging out as usual. Usually duality can be a little buggy, as you can kind of tell at the moment. We did it. Went ahead and did it. Glad to get that one under my belt. Glad to have that one finished. Knew I could do it. Knew it was going to be the ultimate hassle. But there you go. Got it done. Okay, perfect. Quick little stream there. Got it done. I'm gonna go ahead and eat. I should probably do that. I should absolutely probably do that now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this off. Bye.